Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 3, Episode 5. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. Okay, so I know I took a long time to post this video, and it's just because we're on episode 5, and so far, it's kind of boring. Mostly this whole thing has been all about Whitney, and Whitney is annoying as hell this season. Not to say that she hasn't been annoying, the 2 previous seasons, but it's just getting to be a little too much. So we're just going to jump in. This is going to be a quick review. So when we start out, we see Lisa talking to her husband, and she's telling him everything that went on when they were back in Phoenix, and she is Team Whitney right now. Whitney told her about the rumors that Angie is allegedly spreading, and she's grateful for that. She says that's Whitney's way of being a friend. To me, that is a hell to the no, because Whitney was a part of the rumor. She perpetuated the rumor. She put her own little spin on the rumor about you and these courtside tickets for the Jazz, and then also getting some sort of promotions for Vita. Whitney did you no favors. Now, as far as Whitney goes, I am not here for Whitney and her pity party. No, ma'am. I don't think that Heather did anything wrong. I don't think that she owes Whitney an apology. Whitney was acting like a complete jackass. She was drunk, she was crying, she was slurring her words, she was whining, and she was just doing too damn much. Nobody is going to stand up for your BS. Heather is not responsible to back up your BS. It's just not okay.
Did you ever say that to me at the Jazz game?
Never. I don't know Whitney to be a liar. I know Whitney to be a pot stirrer.
I'm just tired of people questioning my innocence, and I can't talk about it. So I want to go to trial. I want my innocence to be proven.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
This hug is as fake as everything else about her. Why are you hugging me? You lied about me to damage me and my family. You could have hurt my business. Why are you here? Heather, we're working on being in a good place. How do you expect us to have a good relationship if you invite somebody that just talked badly about my family and my marriage?
We were friends for 20 years, and she lied about me and my family and my business. That's not a friend. I don't even want her
but
around
20
me.
yees is so long, though. Like, how do you feel about ending that friendship with her?
Fine.
We're looking at July 11th.
Oh, so Hamptons.
Hamptons!
I know, like literally, I'm like, Jen, I'll get the house.
Get the house
Weekend.
I don't know why we're celebrating this. Like, maybe Heather doesn't remember because there's a lot of, we were drinking. Like,
We were totally drinking.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I don't remember all these details.
I know that we did.
Right, and I think it's pretty clear I would own it if I remembered it.
When I just put together a list of who I wanted to ski with, I didn't even think about you or consider you, and I am sorry for that.
The fact that Heather didn't even take my feelings into consideration might be worse than the guest list. Just so you know, going forward, I wouldn't be okay with that. And I also want you to know, I would never do that to you.
Let's go over here, let's talk.
Angie, to be honest, I'm not really interested. More lies, I'm not really interested.
Tell me what the lies are, Lisa.
I'm not really interested.
Tell me what the lies are that you think I've said.
Oh, there's so many, Angie. It's too much to count. I'm not really interested. Sorry. I'm just not interested. She's not my guest.
This, looking for me to corroborate. And girl, if I could, I wouldn't even flinch.
I wasn't asking you to corroborate. I was just asking you to have my back. You said, took my pain and weaponized it against me. You kind of turned it on me that I made the trip about myself, this healing journey, that it should have been about Jen.
Now, when Heather goes over to Angie's house, Angie says that she absolutely did not say that about Lisa. She says that when she goes to the Jazz, she tries to keep it as professional as possible because her husband has a box there with his business. One thing that she does say that I agree with, Whitney is a pot stirrer. However, I don't know if I believe Angie. Angie is possibly a nice lady, but she comes off as being extremely thirsty, extremely parched. Are they going to give this woman a snowflake? I have no idea. I mean, we've seen Angie before, and she clearly wants to be a part of the show. Okay, so at some point we see Lisa on the phone with her brother talking about her sister's marriages and, you know, how wonderful John is. And I said, this is all a setup. So somebody starts this rumor about you having affairs or having little extracurricular activities so you can, you know, get courtside seats at the Jazz, you know, or get promotion for Vita. And all of a sudden you've got this half fake cry, half fake laugh. Oh, my sisters say that John's the best husband. What the hell is this? Girl, we are not here for this. Please stop this. You do not need to prove anything to anyone. If you are happy in your marriage, be happy in your marriage. We don't care if you're giving BJs for Jazz tickets. We don't give a damn. I'm sorry, you guys. I am just so unimpressed with Salt Lake this season so far. And even though Mary M. Cosby is very problematic, she at least brought some kind of flavor to the show. She brought a whole lot of crazy, and I kind of missed the crazy. So I'm just going to be a little bit all over the place right now, but Whitney leaving the Mormon church, I don't think we need this many episodes for this. You know, I'm sorry that she had a bad experience there. I'm also very confused at how they need notaries and how they have attorneys involved. This is a church. I don't understand that. You know, the church that I go to, you just go into the office. Bye. You know, you don't have to go through such a formal process. Now, Whitney talking to Heather, trying to say that Heather was weaponizing her trauma against her was just too damn much and really gross. It really is. You started out this trip by saying, this is a trip for Jen to keep her mind off of it. No dramas allowed. You know, and then you planned a trip to Arizona, close to your family. Then you start off the trip talking about your trauma. You go through the entire trip talking about your trauma. Then you start, oh, I feel so guilty about these rumors that Meredith started. No, you had a part in it. You had a big part in these rumors. I've got to say something. I've got to tell her. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. It's all about Whitney. So you coming back trying to tell Heather that she weaponized your trauma against you, girl, bye. What she did was tell you the absolute truth. You have turned this weekend into a complete shit show because you wanted it to focus on you. If you wanted a weekend that was just about you, you should have just said that. I would also like to say, Lisa Barlow, girl, you were a hypocrite throughout this entire episode. She doesn't want a relationship with Angie H for the same exact reason Meredith doesn't want to mess with you. And then for Lisa to say that she's upset with Heather for inviting Angie H. Well, I swear last season, Meredith kept asking you not to invite her to the same events that you invite Jen to. And you continue to do it. All of you. This is a huge double standard. Meredith even went so much as to say, if you want Jen to be there, it's fine. Just don't invite me. And they still disrespected her wishes all season. Heather then apologizes to Lisa for inviting Angie H. Oh, why? Why? Lisa does not deserve an apology for this. This was your event. Angie H is your friend. If these two grown-ass women can't be in the same place at the same time without acting fools, that's their problem. And it made no sense in the end because when Angie H tried to talk to Lisa, Lisa handled her beautifully. She said, no, I don't want to hear your lies. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't want to do this right now. You are not my guest. That's it. That's the end of it. She handled it beautifully, if you ask me. You are not my guest. I didn't invite you here, and I don't want to talk to you. And move it on. Moving right along. So why are you upset with Heather? And remember last episode when Lisa made that comment that she thought that Heather was being insensitive to Whitney? And I'm thinking, well, did you want her to corroborate that there is a rumor about you giving BJs for courtside Jazz tickets? I think that you would prefer that Heather say she didn't know anything about that. Then Whitney trying to gaslight Heather. I think that we can just agree to disagree on this. And I agree with Heather when she said, no, there's no disagreement. You're just wrong. She doesn't remember Angie saying that. And Angie says that she didn't say it. She can't remember it either. I'm looking at Angie a little sideways. But at the same time, they all three admit that they were wasted. They were terribly drunk. I personally don't know how Heather has dealt with Whitney all these years, because somebody who acts like Whitney, who is extremely childish, who drinks too much and then gets even more childish, I couldn't be around her for more than 5 minutes. Also, when the new girl says to Lisa, she says, but you've been friends with Angie for 20 years. And Lisa says that she's fine, throwing away their friendship, but you want Meredith to forgive you. Lisa kept saying over and over again that she created lies and rumors about me and my family. It could have ruined my business. You said really damaging things about Meredith and her family that could have ruined Seth's job and his business with his 4,000 employees. But you want Meredith to overlook that. But you can't overlook Angie and the catering situation. And it's so funny when you hear Whitney call Angie a liar, because then you start to think, well, was she a liar before when you started repeating this alleged rumor that she told you? Why would you go around repeating it if she's a liar? Then you have that scene with Jen talking to Coach Shaw, and she's saying that she's innocent and she wants to proclaim her innocence and she wants to go to trial and get this over with. Girl, listen. Why they didn't just cut you out of this season, I have no idea. But if you don't stop this, it must be really hard for family and friends and the co-workers to watch this season and listen to her say over and over and over again about how innocent she is, knowing that she later pleads guilty. Her sentencing hearing is coming up on the 15th of December, and all these elderly victims. This is just terrible. Anyway, you guys, I said this was going to be a quick review. This episode just didn't do anything for me. Get down in the comments, you guys, and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.